Our power to create. No matter what work I'm doing, whether it's a seminar, a retreat, one-on-one coaching, my goal is always the same thing. And that is to remind you of the truth of who you truly are. So we get here on planet Earth and we start to take on these stories and these lies about who we really are. And we get really, really into our character that we're playing here. Okay? So the truth is, you are a magical, omnipotent, spiritual being playing the part of a human. You brought your energy way down, even to inhabit a human body. So for me, let's take me for example. I took on these different stories of I'm a woman, 5'7", dark hair, hazel eyes. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. Then we go another layer deeper and I take on these stories of I'm always late, I'm not good at this, or I am good at that. And I tell a story, right? The truth is you're a creator and you came here and you're playing a part. When all is said and done, we drop the avatar and we go back to the truth of who we really are, being that magical, omnipotent, spiritual being. So we're going to talk about your power to create today. There's two ways that we create our life. The first way are things that you planned before you ever even came to planet Earth. We're not going to get much into that in this segment. We're going to go to talk about the second way more so, which is once you get here and once you come here on Earth, how do you create on a day-to-day basis? So the truth is you're creating every second, every minute of every day. And we create everything in our lives. Okay, that's hard for people to hear. In fact, some people get really triggered because it's not easy to take accountability for what we're creating and to realize that it's all that we had a hand in all of it. Okay? So sometimes people will get upset with that because it's so much easier to go, wait, it's her fault or his fault or my parents' fault or my spouse's fault or the economies, the government, whatever it is we want to blame it on, right? It's so much easier to give our power away and to blame it on someone else. But I promise you, as your coach, there's no way I could help you until you finally come to terms with the idea that you're a creator. And then you open up your heart and you start to work with your power to create, because it gets really exciting and really, really good when you get to that place. Because guess what? You are magic in a human body and you can be, have, or do anything you want. Okay? So open up your heart and your mind and take this wild ride with me. It's going to be amazing. And I promise you're going to get the hang of this. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But some of the things I'm going to tell you they're so simple that you might want to discount them. Trust me, they work. They just trust me. Okay. So just dive in and follow my lead and I will help guide you. And you will start to see that you are magical and you're a creator and you can shift any area of your life. Okay. So, we're talking about law of attraction, law of manifesting, power to create. These are all the same things. So whether you've heard about those or not, that's what we're talking about today. Okay. So I want you to think of a tomato plant. Okay. We're going to use that analogy as our power to create. So sometimes people have said to me, "Oh my gosh, there's no way that's true. We create based off of what we think." Okay? And if it were true, then I could go, "Oh, I'm a millionaire," and then poof, there would be $1 million. And yes, of course that's not true. That doesn't happen, right? But here's why. So think of a tomato plant. I want you to think of these seeds and you throw them in the soil, and the next day you wake up and you go to the plant and you look at the plant and you realize there's no tomatoes and you go, "This is dumb. This doesn't work." You would never do that because you realize that there's more that goes into to that creation process of those tomatoes. You realize it takes time, nutrients. Sometimes you put nutrients in the soil. It takes water, sunlight, TLC. And eventually, over time, those seeds will sprout and bloom, and you will get your tomatoes that have come to fruition. Okay? Think of our creation process as that. You've got to give it some TLC in order to shift something. You've got to get enough momentum in order to shift something. So here's how it works. Think of it going down your body. So the first thought is the seed. Okay, the seed is the thought. And then that turns into visualize. So you start to visualize your life and the world and the way things are. Then you start to tell a story and you start to say, you know, I'm this, I'm that, this is my story. Then it turns into a feeling and you start to feel a certain way about your life and about who you are and about all the details. Eventually it turns into a belief. And that is where it shows up in physical form, is once it turns into a belief. So your life is, the thought is the infancy. So yeah, you can't think, oh, I'm a millionaire and poof, there's $1 million, because you haven't given it enough TLC, enough to turn it into a belief. Because our life is made up of our beliefs and expectations, okay? So the two most powerful words in our vocabulary are I am. Whatever it is you put behind these two powerful words will find you. Okay? And it doesn't matter whether you're speaking them out loud, whether it's a belief you have, or a feeling you have, or whether you're visualizing and just thinking about an I am. Whatever it is you have behind those two powerful words will show up in your life. It's the holy grail of how we create. Okay? So today I'm going to teach you to take the wheel to tell your life where to go instead of randomly just letting your I ams control your life. Because I promise you say I ams all day long. You'll say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm broke, I'm wealthy, I'm tired, I'm energized. You say I ams all day long. Everyone does, okay? Those two words actually translate to God, which translates to Om. So those three things, I am, God, and Om, they all mean the same thing. They're synonyms, okay? So I ended up tattooing the Om symbol on my wrist to remind me, hey Jen, what are you putting behind those two powerful words? Are they honoring you? What are you creating in your life? Just as a daily reminder to help me remember that I'm creating, okay? I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to say, I am sad. I am tired. I want you to take note of where you're feeling this in your body as you say these words. I am frustrated. I'm not worthy. Okay? Now take a deep breath. Blow that out. Let that go. Now, I want you to notice where you feel this in your body and how this feels. I am beautiful or handsome, whichever you choose. I am worthy. I am energized. I'm experiencing huge amounts of money flowing into my life. I'm filled with joy. I'm excited. Okay, now open your eyes. I feel what everybody's different, so it's very unique, but I want you to play with this. I want you to start to notice where you feel this. But whenever I say an I am that doesn't honor me, I feel it in my head. And whenever I say I ams that are honoring me, I feel it in my heart. Okay? So I want you to start to pay attention to what you say behind those words. Take a step back and start to observe your life and start to shift this, okay? Your I ams are just as important as brushing your teeth. So I want you to take out a pen and paper and write everything you want. Just write a whole list of your heart's desires. These can be physical and non-physical things. So if you want a new car, write that down. If you want to have deep, soulful conversations, write that down, okay? And then you're going to formulate your wants into I am statements. These are the holy grail of how you create in life. I promise you, I've guided hundreds of people through this, and it works, okay? It works. You've got to start taking control of your own life and what you are creating. So you're going to come up with at least 10 things, and you can do more than 10, okay? I think a good amount is to start with about 20. And you're going to need to be more committed in the beginning of this, okay? Because at first you're going to write the list down and you're rewiring your story, you're retraining your story. And so it's going to be more calculated. You're going to get out that list and you're going to say your I ams 3 times a day. I want you to say them in the morning, midday, and right before you go to sleep at night. And you're going to start to watch your life start to change and watch your story start to change and watch new things start to pop in that you're creating, okay? The good thing is our creation process, it gives us clues, okay? It's not instantaneous. You can't go, oh, I'm a millionaire and poof, there's $1 million. And I promise you're grateful for that, because I don't know about you, but I've had some crazy, creepy thoughts, and I'm grateful that it doesn't happen that quick. We're able to get clues and see what it is we're creating, okay? So, I've drove down the road before in a snowstorm and thought, I hope I don't run into this semi-truck and we all die, okay? So the truth is, it's a good thing that it's not so instantaneous, but the more committed you are, the quicker these I ams will start to come your new reality, okay? So I want you to say, I am beautiful, I'm strong, I'm having a wonderful life, I'm changing the world. All of these wonderful things that you want, and I want you to start saying them, become familiar with them, and bring them into your reality because you deserve it. Okay, that's it for today.